Hello and welcome to another day of drafting with me, Gabriel Haynes. Today we're gonna be drafting a little bit of Magic Core Set 2020. I wanna shout out the sponsor as always, Freak. Freak is the best place to play Magic the Gathering in the city of Tel Aviv. They got beer, they got nachos, they got draft, they got modern, they got standard. What don't they have actually? What they don't have is, I don't know what they don't have. But definitely go check out Freak. It's right in the heart of Tel Aviv. It's the best place to play. I go there on Wednesdays. You can find me there drafting away, pummeling noobs, because obviously I'm the draft expert. Not really. But let's jump right in to a draft. Core set 2020, fantastic set. And we are excuse me, hold up, gotta plug in the computer here. So pack one, pick one. We see the angel, the archangel, the bishop of wings. This card doesn't seem very good. You need a lot of angels to make it work. What other considerations are there here? The problem with this card, again, you just need a lot of angels. And there are a lot of angels in the set, but I don't know if we're going to get them. We can prioritize angels, but it's kind of it's a very niche card. I'm not really sure why they made this card. It's interesting. They wanted like an angel tribal theme, because this doesn't seem like a standard card or anything. I mean, maybe it's a modern. I have no idea. But anywho, yeah, there are angels. But if this was uncommon or something, it would make more sense. But I don't know. Anywho, other considerations here, we have a gruesome Scourger. I don't think this card is very good either. If you're in a super aggressive black-red deck that just wants to like ping them out, then it's a good card, but it's okay. It's fine. It's nothing special. Fenlurker, though. Fenlurker is a great card. It's a 2-for-1. You play it, they discard a card, then it can trade later with one of their cards. Thrashing Brontodon is a great 3-drop. I mean, it's got amazing stats. 3-4 for 3 is very thick. And not only that, it has a relevant ability as well. And of course, Audacious Thief, one of the strongest one of the strongest black commons, probably number 2 behind Murder. Wingword's very good as well. So what is the pick here? I think it's just going to be one of these black cards, either Thief or Fenlurker. I think I will take the Fenlurker. But Thief is a very good card. It's close. It's very, very close. I don't think the rare is in consideration. I think Brontodon is good, but I think these cards are probably better. So Fenlurker or Thief? I'll take the Fenlurker. It's a good card, but I wouldn't fault anyone for taking the Thief there. And now, see, there's an angel. So we could have had the angel theme going, but still, I think it's extremely narrow. I mean, you have to go rare, and even if you only have one, you have one payoff, it's like not really worth it. But Best card in this pack is Chandra's Outrage. 4 damage. It's a removal spell, instant speed removal. Deals with most of the cards in this set. Woodland Champion is good too. There's no black cards except for Soul Salvage. It's a good card, but I don't want to pick it up this early. Definitely taking the Outrage here. Not even really close. So this is best of 3. So Fry is a great card for best of 3. It's an amazing removal spell. We're not going to take it now, though, because we have some good options. We have a Leafkin Druid, and we have an Audacious Thief. Both are very, very solid cards. It's a close pick. Leafkin and Audacious Thief are pretty close in my book. I mean, Leafkin is very, very strong, but so is the Thief. We already have a black card, so I will take the Audacious Thief here. But Leafkin Druid might be okay as well. Now, what do we have here? This is kind of a blank for us, but we will take the Boreal Elemental. We don't really know our colors yet. If we had taken the Leafkin Druid, maybe we'd take one of these green cards, but they're not very exciting. We could take the Brawler, but I think the Boreal Elemental is just the strongest card in this pack. So let's see where the cards take us. So now we have another red removal spell, which is pretty good. Additionally, alternatively, we could take Epicure. No, we're not taking Epicure. I think it's just the Reduced Ashes here. Honestly, I don't see any other. It's just the best card in this pack. Dragon Mage is a bad card. I mean, having your opponent draw 7 is just bad. So now what do we have here? Some more good white cards, but I don't really want to be in white. There's a good green sideboard card. I think I'll just take the black 2-drop. It's not very exciting, but it's not over much either. So now we see a good green card late. I mean, Overcome is fantastic for green. And that's the 3rd Aerial Assault, by the way. Just pointing that out. So basically, it's Overcome or Moat Piranha. But let's just take the Overcome here. I don't really know where these packs are taking us. We aren't committed to any colors yet. Now we see a pretty late Frost Lynx, or we could take a Heart Piercer Bow. I think Lynx is a little better. I don't think we're going to end up in green. Here's some filler blue. So it's possible that we want to be blue-black. So do we want to take the Fathom Fleet? I'm really not a big fan of the Fathom Fleet Cutthroat. I feel like it oftentimes just doesn't do anything, doesn't do what you want it to do. But it's either that or the Octo Prophet. Or we could take the Rip Scale. Let's take the Octo Prophet here. Now, I don't think we want to play this Overcome. So let's just put this away. That's a good blue 2-drop. So we're pretty happy about that. So it looks like we're getting pushed in the direction of blue-black. But we didn't see a whole lot of black late. And there's another Outrage. So we didn't see a whole lot of black. We pack 1, pick 1 this Fenlurker. And then we took the Outrage. So we didn't see a lot of red though late. So I think we're supposed to be blue, in which case I'm going to take this Boreal, which is just a good card. We could take a Siphon, although we could take a Siphon, which probably is okay. It's a tough one. I know we already have these, but we didn't see a lot of red late. So getting this Outrage may not work in our favor, although we could go blue-red. It's tough. It's very, very tough. I mean, I think I'm going to go with... Let's get rid of that. We don't want that. It's very, very hard. So the considerations here are Boreal, Chandra's Outrage, and Siphon. The best card is obviously the Outrage. Boreal is very solid, followed by the Siphon. Now, we're most committed to what color? Blue? I think for that reason, I'm going to take the Boreal. And we did see some decent blue cards late, including a Metropolis Sprite. Anticipate's not exciting. The Chandra's Outrage, though, is the best card. These cards are, I mean, it's very, very hard. I don't know if we're even going to be in black, since we only have 3 black cards, and this was our first pick. So maybe we're supposed to take the Outrage here. It's incredibly close. I think I'm going to take the blue card. It's a little bit safer. Again, we didn't see any huge amount of red cards late. So, yeah. Now I'm going to take the Bag of Holding. I think this card is fantastic. It gets you a lot of card advantage. It can win you games by itself. Gets rid of all your lands. I'm surprised that this was not taken by the bot here. I mean, I don't know what you would take over this. Unless there's like some bomb in your color. Like a Risen Reef or something. I don't know. But we can hope to wheel a Bone Splinters, a Blood Burglar, or... That's it. But we're happy with the bag here for sure. Now we get a second Thief, which is quite strong. Or we can take a Winged Words. I think we could take an Audacious Thief here. It's just a very good card. And now we have some options. We can take Aether Gust, which is a very strong sideboard card. And we're going to have enough playables, so we're not worried about that. I don't think Cerulean Drake is very good. Even if you are playing against a red deck, this card is not very good. It doesn't kill anything. It's just a blocker. It's not it's not exciting, honestly. I don't like this card at all. Now, I think we could either take this Fathom Fleet or the Aether Gust. And I don't really like Fathom Fleet, as I discussed before. I think it's just fine. I think I'm going to take the Aether Gust for the sideboard. We're going to be really happy about siding that in you know, the matchups that it's relevant. So let's take a Blood Burglar now. It's a good 2-drop, although this Ogre Siegebreaker is fantastic. It's an extremely strong card. It could mean that we should have been in red, just in black-red. It's very, very tough. I mean, we had that pack 1, pick 1. We took the Boreal. So I think we're more committed to blue. It might have been a mistake. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to discern. We could pivot back because it seems like black-red is open, and we're not missing a ton of blue. Like, we don't have an amazing amount of blue cards, and it's over. I mean, a Blood Burglar is not as good as this Ogre Siegebreaker. So I am going to take the Ogre Siegebreaker here. So we're a little bit punished for taking the Boreal Elemental before over the Chandra's Outrage, but we still could potentially be in blue. It depends just where the packs take us. These cards are not exciting whatsoever, so just take this red card. It's not very good, but that's a good blue card, so we're gonna take that here. And we can take another Heartpiercer Bow. It's over Bone to Ash or something. And now we can take a Fathom Fleet. It's probably fine. What do we have here? A Smuggler. So these cards we're not really interested in. Not very interested. So Well, we're going to be very happy about taking that Dread Presence now. And we still have potential to be in red. It's very close. Like, it's an extremely weird that we're still split here between blue and red, but I don't know. Take the Dread Presence though. It's very, very strong. And I think now we can just take the Air Elemental and just move out of red completely. Because Air Elemental is a very strong card, and it's a great flyer. We don't really need that, so let's get rid of that stuff. There's also a Sanitarium Skeleton that we can hope to wheel, so let's take this Air Elemental. Now we have some options. We can take an Unsummon, we could take a Scuttlemutt, we could take a Blade Brand, another Bow. This is a tough pack. I do like, we already have 3 5 drops, so I do like the idea of Scuttlemutt into one of our big flyers. Unsummon is good, and we don't have a lot of interactive stuff yet. So, I don't know. Let's take the Scuttlemutt. That's a great green card, but we're nowhere near that. We might need to splash red for our reduced ashes because we don't have a lot of removal. Now we can take I guess a Feral Abomination. Not very exciting. Now we can take another black 2-drop. Not very exciting, but it's okay. And we'll take another 2-drop. This Metropolis Sprite is pretty good. And now we'll take... So I don't know if we're going to be able to splash black for reduce to ash, but we're going to take this Blade Brand here. And now what do we can take? We can take a Moat Piranha. And these cards not very good. Plummet is good for the sideboard, but we could take another Bow. We don't have a ton of removal, so maybe we will take this Bow here. Convolute side could be a good sideboard option. These cards don't matter. Veil is not very good. So this deck came out okay. I think ultimately we were right about going. It was a tough draft. I think we were kind of split between blue and red. The deck came out okay. It's not amazing by any stretch of the imagination, but we have some powerful cards. Triple Bow can get some work done. We didn't have a single skeleton. Well, Dread Presence is good. Fathom Fleet plus Bow is good. Scuttlemutt into one of our big drops is good. But we'll see. I don't know. I don't know how this deck will fare. But yeah, I think that's what we can do, what we can hope for. We don't have a lot of removal, which is not typical of black. There was an argument to that tough pick between Chandra's Outrage, Boreal Elemental, and Siphon. Maybe we should have taken Siphon and then moved into like black red, but that was a tough draft. I don't know. I go first. This looks like a keep to me. It's a pretty good hand to start. So let's play our cards here. 2-drop into 3-drop. Alright, all the 2-drops. We'd probably like to play this Sprite first. Fencing Ace, okay. Now we'll play the Audacious Thief, and then we'll use the Lynx next turn, maybe to tap this down. Although I guess it was better. It might have been better not to attack there. Oh god. If he pumps this up, we're going to be in big trouble. He did not pump it up. And he did pump it up. So that's a pretty big deal. Because again, our deck does not have a ton of removal. And we're going to have trouble dealing with this. But we are going to just kind of race him here. So let's attack with both. And then play the Scuttlemutt. We will get to draw a card. Splitter, that's fine. We are taking 4 here. We are getting pretty low. Do we want to play the Dread Presence? No. I think what we want to do is... Well, I'm not really sure what we want to do. I think we should attack first with the Thief. Maybe we'll draw land. And then we can decide to either use the Presence or play the Boreal. So we did draw the land. It's not a swamp, so I will play the Boreal. We are getting hit very hard by this Fencing Ace. And we can't even trade with this, so never mind. Fathom Fleet. Okay. So now he might have a counter spell. I'm not sure what he would have here. But let's attack first with... And can we pump this? So we have 5, so we can probably play these 2 or something. So I don't want to pump quite yet. Bow. So what are we playing now this turn? So we can use Bow and Fathom Fleet to kill the Fencing Ace. So in the meantime, we're probably going to use Lynx and like Fenlurker or something. Or Sorcerer, what's better? Yeah, so no. Probably want to Lynx and Bow actually. So let's play this first. And then we'll play the Lynx. Tap this guy down. And the next turn we'll have the Fathom Fleet plus Bow play. I'm not sure what this guy has though. Unless he's just completely flooded. Wants to deal us 1 damage. Okay, I'm still obviously blocking here. Okay, Feral Abomination. We can't play that yet, so let's equip the Sprite. Attack with basically everyone. If he counters it though, let's be very conservative and keep the Lynx back. Deal 1 damage to this. Sure. Play the Cutthroat. Now, I don't know what this guy is doing, because he has cards. He has a Rip Scale. Rip Scale, that's a hefty boy. So we can play the Dread Presence and then get a card out of his hand, probably deal 2 damage to him. So we can attack with Fathom Fleet, Boreal. Actually, no, never mind. We can attack with pretty much everyone because we'll deal 1 damage here if he wants to block. So, yeah, I think we're good to attack here. We could even attack with this guy. No, we're not going to attack with that guy because we want to play Dread Presence with Fenlurker. So, 1 damage here. So he probably blocks like a 2/2 or 3/3. It's fine. Okay. Okay. Great. So let's let damage happen. Then we'll drop the Dread Presence. Play the Swamp. Deal 2 damage to the Rip Scale. And then play the Fenlurker. Get one of those cards out of his hand. And he's done. Okay. So that Fencing Ace did a shit ton of damage to us. Now we can probably bring in the Aether Gust. We Moat Piranha. I know it's not very good. But yeah, I think that's okay. Anything else we want to do? Like Fortress Crab or something? Nah. Fortress Crab beats that Fencing Ace most of the time. But I think it's okay. All of our removal is like combo removal. It's like Heart Pierce Turbo plus something, which I guess is okay. We don't have any strictly straight removal, but you get what you get and you don't get upset. You know what I mean? Opponent goes first. This hand is not especially exciting, but let's see what we can do here. We're going to play the Fang first, before the bow, of course. Sorcerer of the Fang. The great serpent slumbers now, but all warm bloods will grovel in the dirt at its awakening. So who is this Sorcerer of the Fang? What does he do? Like, he's just like a snake charmer? He's like, got a snake staff, got snakes all around him. No more snakes on the plane. But we have the bow plus Fathom Fleet combo, which is pretty nice, honestly. Okay. So now we just play bow. Equip. So with 1 land, we basically have an insta-kill. Insta-kill. That is, unless he plays a card that can block. And the Sorcerer. Audacious Thief, huh? Alright, Audacious Thief it is. No attacks. I hope he attacks with a 3/3. Maybe he doesn't attack though. Was this guy in red also? No. I'm not sure. So I'm happy to block there. Okay. So let's attack with both. Let's deal 1 damage to the Octo Prophet. I hope we get the land, honestly. We did it. Expert level play there. And he didn't search up any foot soldiers as well. So that seems kind of bad on his part, but I'm not complaining. Thicket Crasher. Okay. So we can gust his Thicket Crasher. Is that good? Do you want to do that on our turn? I guess we can attack with the Fathom Fleet first and see if he blocks. We could also play Heartpiercer Bow. Maybe that's better. Maybe play Heartpiercer Bow, equip, attack, kill the Lynx, and if he wants to trade with the Cutthroat, that's fine. So that was pretty good for us. And that's a card we can easily take out. So this turn we want to play Heartpiercer Bow. We want to attack with this, and then Fenlurker, and then we'll Wave Crasher back the Fenlurker next turn. Or just play one of the 5-drops. Ooh, just cracked my hip. Yeah, this guy was in red. What the? Now we can just put this here. So looking pretty good this game. No plays. Okay. So that's fine. Let's just attack. Let's just pump it. I mean, he might have a counter spell or something, but I don't really know what's going on. But he needs to add to the board. Crasher. Alright, Crasher. Crasher means that we can't... We can just play the Air Elemental and pass. Can we attack with this though? If this was on here, we could attack. Nah, I'm just gonna play the Air Elemental, pass back to him. I guess we could try to Blade Brand, but I don't mind taking 4 this turn. I don't know if he's even attacking. He is attacking, it's fine. Taking 4 is okay. He's still not doing anything. I think we're okay just to kind of race here. The question is if he has some counter spell. And is there any reason to play around it? It's kind of odd that he's not playing anything and that he's stuck on 4. I mean, he has to have a counter spell here. We are winning this race, so I don't mind just waiting. We can also Ether Gust. We're probably just gonna Ether Gust. Sure. Then I can just gust that. So now we just attack with everyone. And we can use a Blade Brand or just play a Boreal Elemental, depends on the situation. He probably has to block, I mean, doesn't really have an option. Now we can play the land and bring back our Fenlurker. So he's not looking in great shape. Okay. So we got black, that means we can use a bow plus presence to kill this guy. So let's do that. So let's play the presence. Play the swamp. 2 damage. Oh, I guess we could just kill him like that. Honestly, it doesn't matter. And then we just attack. That's game. So deck was pretty good that first game. Again, that Fathom Fleet combo has been good for us. So with the Heart Piercer bow, the Fathom Fleet is pretty decent. And we were able to get rid of a lot of cards even without our removal. Okay, what do you got here, Musta? Alright, not a great hand, but I think I will keep. We have an Audacious Thief turn 3. We have an Abomination at some point. We might cycle the Blade Brand. It's not probably not necessary, given that we have the Thief. Sure. So not great, but we're gonna take 3 here, then 6. So we're already taking a lot of damage from this turn 2 Barkai Troll, but not much we can do about it. Leafkin Druid, okay. There may be an argument to cycle the Blade Brand here, because we're probably not going to be able to use it at any point. Because turn 3, we're going to play the Thief. I'd rather... Well, that's a good draw, actually. So let's play the Thief. And then next turn, we'll have double 2-drop. And Piranha can trade for the Troll. I doubt... Like, if we thought he was going to keep this back, but I don't think there's any chance this guy is just not attacking with the Barkai Troll. I mean, if he doesn't, we're probably happy about that, honestly. And we can just keep the Thief back. But, so, yeah. Probably is not playing. I mean, he has 3 mana, actually. But, so, that's fine, right? So, let's attack first. See what he has. Not sure if he has anything, but we'll see. Okay, and now we will play the Piranha plus the Fang. Next turn, we can just drop the Air Elemental. He has a lot of mana, so we got a Vorse Claw. Well, our Blade Brand would have been good against that Vorse Claw. As it is, though, we're probably going to have to trade it for our Feral Abomination. But, so this turn, what are we doing? We can attack with this Audacious Thief. He probably blocks with the Troll. And we have a triple block with Fathom Fleet, Piranha, and Fang on this Vorse Claw. And it's only, he's going to trade Piranha and Fathom Fleet for it. So that's probably fine, actually. So we'll play the Fathom Fleet. Well, that's a problem. That's a big problem. I'm not sure how we would beat that Gargos. We're going to be very... This is going to be hard to beat. We don't have a lot of removal. This Gargos packs quite the punch. So in future games, we won't be so hasty to cycle that Blade Brand. As it is, we're taking 8. So let's, I think, do we want to play the Dread Presence or do we want to play the Air Elemental? Dread Presence is 2 damage, you can kill this, but that doesn't matter. I guess we can drop the Feral Abomination, and that can take care of the Gargos. Hopefully he doesn't have any removal here. He does not, so that's great. Now, what does this say? Whenever a creature you control becomes a target of the spell. So Dread Presence is not a spell. So we can play the Dread Presence, shoot down the healer. Or we can just play the Air Elemental. I think I would rather play the Air Elemental at this point. I mean, I want to be able to deal him damage. Aeronaut. So that we can kill with our Dread Presence. So we'll play the Dread Presence. Play the land. 2 damage to any target. And we can play the bow. Equip the bow. And we're good to attack here. Whatever. Doesn't really matter. We could take out the Druid next turn. Not that the Druid is doing anything on this board. So, Scuttlemutt. So, I think... How much do we have? 7? 8? Yeah, we have 8. So, we're going to play our hand. So, let's... attack. Probably good. It's probably okay to just kill this. Play the Boreal. Play the Swamp. 2 damage to the Druid. And the Scuttlemutt. So he needs to kill this Abomination. It's definitely possible if he gets a Rabid Bite or something. He does not get a Rabid Bite or something. So let's attack with our flyers. That doesn't matter. And we'll play the Thief. Maybe it was better. Oh, he's just dead. Okay. So we did well that game. The Abomination did a lot of work. Held the fort from that Gargos. So we definitely want to bring in the Aether Gust. What do we want to take out? Maybe just Octo Prophet. The Moat Piranha seems pretty good. I think the Octo Prophet might just be a little too slow. Is that true? They didn't have any small flyers, so maybe the sprite's bad. Or the Fang. You know what? Like, Sorcerer of the Fang is probably worse than this Octo Prophet. So let's just put that back in. Sorcerer of the Fang mostly is just a 1/3. I mean, hardly ever do we need to like activate it for reach damage, so it's not very good. Looks okay. So turn 2 Sprite, turn 3 Thief. Oh, Piranha, good on the draw. If you play something relevant. Leafkin Druid is not something relevant. Turn 3 Thief. I think. Still on track for that. Doesn't have any attacks here. He could put something out. Okay, so he's gonna play something big probably next turn. But in the meantime, we'll play our Thief. And the next turn, he's probably gonna play like a Boar's Claw or something. How much mana does he have? 4, 5? Well, not Boar's Claw, but some big dude. Or 2 small dudes, maybe. Or kill our Audacious Thief. No, that's fine. So now we have a Heart Piercer bow. So I think we want to play the Heart Piercer bow so that next turn we can use it with the Fathom Fleet. If we draw the land, that is. So we want to equip. We don't mind taking 3 damage at this point. It's okay. Yeah, if you play some big dude, we're going to be sad. If he doesn't play a big dude, then we can just like mode Piranha. So we didn't play the big dude. So let's just play the land. Although, do we want to play the land? Yeah, probably. So then we'll just play the Piranha. We could kill his Smuggler, but it's not that threatening at this point. And I think we want to make sure that we don't die to like Gargos coming down. And now he only has 1 damage with this healer. He could smuggle it in. So we're not really under pressure here. Oh, he attacks with that. Okay. What does he got here? Either an Uncaged Fury. So let's just either gust it away. We got ourselves a little value. Got rid of this Uncaged Fury. Now we got a blue, so we're just gonna play our Air Elemental. And now we're beating down pretty hard with our flyers. Take 1 damage, it's fine. Well, there's another good flyer. We don't mind this race. 1 damage. It's doing 1 damage, so it's not very good. And of course, we still have the Fathom Fleet to take care of anything. Or the Dread Presence. If we draw a Swamp, we could just take out the Smuggler. healer. Okay, not very exciting. I probably wouldn't be playing healer in a deck like this. I mean, I don't know what healer gives him. Unless he has like the, what's it called? The creeping trailblazer. But otherwise, it's not very good. Now, what do we do? I think now we can just... Usually you want to play the Dread Presence with the Swamp. But we're in a position where it's just okay to just play it out without getting all the value immediately. And let's pump that. Because the Dread Presence can also potentially attack next turn. Now let's see what he has. I bet he has some big thing. He has to have some like Gargos in there, or Enforced Claw, or some gigantic monster. There it is. And that's why we saved the Cutthroat. So we drew the land. I think it's better just to get rid of it. So let's kill this. Let's attack with the Flyers. 1 damage to the Gargos. And he's going to concede right after he sees the Fathom Fleet. I mean, it's just game over. Oh, I made a mistake. I missed lethal. Could have literally just killed him, done 2 damage to there, but it don't matter. It don't matter. We just take him to touch. So this deck is looking pretty good. I mean, opponent's deck was pretty medium. All he had was the Gargos, but I saw 1 Rabid Bite out of him. Good thing he didn't draw that Rabid Bite. Did he use the Rabid Bite that game? What did he kill? The Audacious Thief? But he had the Gargos in hand. It's so much better to wait. But oh my god. Definitely cannot keep that. We can keep that. That's a good one. I mean, it's okay. But what do we get rid of? Moat Piranha, maybe? I don't think Moat Piranha is particularly exciting. Well, we just got all the bows. We do have our bow plus Fathom Fleet Cutthroat, which is nice. Blow, bow, blow, blow, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Now, let's see what. Blue Balck. Blue Balck. He's got a pup. So, in that case, you can just bow this. Take out his 2/2. So, that's pretty effective. Centaur Courser. Okay. So Centaur Courser. What do we want to do about that? Do we want to attack and trade Scuttlemutt for that? Not really. I mean, did you seriously just tap double black? Are you kidding me? Oh, what the hell was that? Ah, what the hell was that? What the hell was that? Why? 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 What's the reason for that? You now he has an attack here. Fuck. It's annoying. Shaman. Well, it's alright. So now maybe we just trade like Fang for Shaman. Probably should do that. Maybe it was better to ping the pup, actually. I don't know. Anywho. We're out of cards. So we'd really like to draw some good cards. He has got a full fucking grip. Whoa. And blue? What the hell is this guy playing? What the? Three attacks? Probably okay just taking 3. Maybe he's gonna play something else here though? I have no idea. Architral. Okay. And the brawler. Alright. Okay, more lands. That's good. That's good. It's decent. So now we can attack with the Fathom Fleet. Not really. I think we're just activating Sorcerer. Yep. Yep, not great. Not great. I don't know what this guy's deck is. Literally could be playing any cards here. Well, Smuggler, that's pretty good for him. So he's smuggling in that. Oh, there's a healer, okay. So I think we're gonna have to kill that Smuggler. Whoa. Okay, I don't mind trading here for something. Like this trade? Is that okay? Maybe this and this as well? Is that true? We're gonna be left with a Sorcerer of the Fang. And he's still gonna have this guy, it's a problem. But we're gonna take out this Smuggler. And we have to draw something to take care of that. And this 3/3 is not getting any better. But maybe he has like Growth Cycle? Okay. Well, not very good. I'm gonna take 4 here. He's blocking with the pup. Okay, yeah, that didn't really make sense. Yeah, well, now we're taking 5, and then we'll kill this healer. So we'll take 3 next turn. If he's got more stuff, it's not very good for us. That's good, but we don't have any swamps to go with it. So we gotta take that out. So let's do that. 1 damage here, 1 damage here. Hopefully we draw a swamp so we can just block with the... We can use 2 damage on here. It's gonna be close. We're taking 3 from this. Is that 4? Oh, we're taking 4. Let's take the 4. Down to 1. 1 is not 0. That's not really doing it either, is it? So now we have to double block. No, actually we have to double chump. That's not great. We don't have to double chump actually. We just chump with this. So swamp is still an out for us. Right? Let's deal him the damage. Plays anything else though, we're in trouble. I guess not if we draw swamp. So we did draw swamp. So we might be dead if he has like a pump spell. 2 damage to this. Now attack. But we're still alive. Surprisingly. I don't know for how much longer though, what he's gonna plop down right now. I'm kind of scared. It could be literally almost any card, any good card. Only has 1 blue. I don't know what is flying here. Maybe he has like Golos or something. I don't know what. Soul Salvage right now? Uh-oh. He plays the troll. Or the ape. What is this deck? I haven't seen any blue cards out of him yet. So he's just 3 colors splashing. Audacious Thief. So what do we do now? Do we attack and trade the presence for the shaman? It's not a great trade for us, honestly. But we can't really... I mean, he doesn't have to block. So we guess we have to stay back. If he doesn't block, we're just dead. So that's not good. If we attack with the presence and he just takes it, we're dead. So we're not in a great position quite yet. We have to double block here, and we're gonna lose both our guys. So now, yeah, we're just probably dead. I mean, oh, and there's the fifth color. Bag, that's a card. So let's bag. If we draw into something, we'll be okay. Well, let's not tap like that. Draw a card, discard a card. Give me something good, bag. Blade Brand. That's not good. So let's cycle the Blade Brand on this guy. If he's smart, he'll give it hexproof right now and just fizzle our fucking thing. But that also buys us a turn because we won't be dead. And now we're just dead. That was unfortunate. So this guy's in 5 colors and he beat us, which is kind of lame. Kinda lame, honestly. So we don't need this Fang. We can bring in the Aether Gust. Do you want a Fortress Crab? Fortress Crab is pretty good against him, it seemed. Maybe just take out. Maybe we take out one of these 2 drops for a. I kind of like the Fortress Crab against him, honestly. Maybe just take out an Octoprophet. he had some big green stuff, so we want to be able to block him. And Crab kind of acts as a removal spell in a way. I want to shout out Freak. It's the best place to play MTG in TLV. Go check it out. I play on Wednesday. I draft there on Wednesdays. So if you're around on Evan V-Roll on a Wednesday evening, please join us for a nice draft experience. We're going to play first, of course. This is a bad hand. And this is a good hand. What do we bottom? Maybe the Boreal? Hope to draw some small 2-drop or something. Now we shall play the Heart Piercer Bow. Or do we play the Heart Piercer Bow? Maybe we just bag? Nah. I think we're okay to play the Heart Piercer Bow. It's either discard the Heart Piercer Bow. We just want lands, so play this. Maybe now we activate the bag. Draw a card, discard a card. We just discard this blue. And then just play this swamp. I mean, Ferocious Pup. So maybe now we just play the Cutthroat. I think now we just play the Cutthroat. And then next turn we can just kill their 2/2 with our presence. And of course this guy's got 4 colors locked up. No black yet. That's a better one to kill with the presence. So let's play presence. 2 damage to this aeronaut. Equip the bow on the Cutthroat. Attack, kill this pup. So we have the presence online, which is pretty nice. I don't think they'll have removal for it. I mean, they could have reduced to ash. Alright, they had reduced to ash. We did not see that last game, so that's a new one. And they're playing the reduced to ash off their one fucking mountain, which is... Oh, that's the wrong... Alright, a bit of a misclick there. That was a horrible misclick. We might have just lost the game because I clicked the wrong button. That's disappointing. It's okay. It's okay. We'll still be okay. And of course, we're just flooding out here, so now we attack. Because we can't block this. I wish we still had that bag. I wish we still had that bag. We're okay with this trade because we don't really have a way to kill it. Oh man, that's upsetting. That is upsetting. This would have been a game where bag would have shined. But unfortunately... Lavakin Brawler, oh, sure. Well, that's a good draw. So we're probably keeping this Feral Abomination back because it blocks his whole team. And wait to draw something good. But man, Wave Crasher, kind of a bad draw, since if we play it, we can't play the Abomination again, so let's just pass. Hopefully we draw something that allows us to gain some advantage with this ability, but who knows. Attacks with his guys. I guess that means he has +2/+2. Or not. Diamond Knight? Sure. Outrage, yep. Okay. So, yeah. I mean, I think we probably should just cycle this. And the Lynx. The Lynx is pretty good. Tap down. That's the Diamond Knight? Not sure. Maybe the Scuttlemutt, so he can't fix his mana? I don't know. But we're still not in a great position. We need to draw some of our big flyers so that we can start attacking. Yep, Scuttlemutt would have been a better option, I guess, because now he's using his black to soul salvage, which is pretty bad for us. Now we're just going to be taking lots of damage. We don't really have an answer for those cards. So, yeah. I guess Scuttlemutt definitely, that was a bit of a mistake. Scuttlemutt would have definitely been the play there. Now we're just waiting. I can't believe we didn't have that bag. If we had had the bag, we probably would have won this game, honestly. Now we're taking 3. Or we're just taking 1,000,000. So this one and this one. Down to 1. I think we just lost this game. Shaman. And champion, yeah. Nah, we're dead. We're just dead. Unfortunately, we would have had a chance that game, but Blowback got the better of us. That's okay. A little misclick here, a little misclick there. Let's take a look at the deck. Got our little refresher. So the bag. Let's stop talking about the bag. Sorcerer Fang is really not that good. Moat Piranha has been okay for us. Fenlurker, Sprite. These cards have been all okay. I think one Sorcerer is just enough. And we can put in Crab, Convolute, or Anticipate. Maybe Anticipate is good if we're like looking for Dread Presence or one of these big flyers or something. Could be okay, actually. Or we can play a Convolute. Convolute has a little bit more upside potentially, and we can just take out. We can take it out if we're on the draw. Maybe it's better to start with the Anticipate and sideboard into the Convolute, but it's close. Convolute is a bait deckable. It's fine. Let's play first. So Convolute does get better. So we have Moat Piranha. Probably not holding up Convolute if we're on 3. We're just playing the Scuttlemutt. And then, oh, now it's better to play the Sprite though. Better to attack than to block, obviously. Oh, there's another Sprite. So we didn't draw the mana, so what are we playing? Probably Sorcerer of the Fang. Meh. I don't know. Maybe it's right to play the bow. Maybe not. I don't know. Not really sure. Not 100% sure. So we did miss the land drop there, which is unfortunate. So now we got a little punished. We definitely should have played the Sorcerer last turn so that we could have attacked here, and then we would have had the Blade Brand up. Get rid of the Sprite, but oh well. Does he have murder here or something? No attacks. I think it, yeah, that was definitely a mistake. I should have played the Sorcerer first. It's marginal. Is it ever better to play the Moat Piranha? I don't know. Octo Prophet trades with a Piranha. That's okay. Got the land finally. So let's play our Scuttlemutt. Pass the turn. Hopefully next turn we can just play the Boreal. And then we're pretty much good to hold up Convolute Blade Brand forever. Does siphon away the Scuttlemutt. It's a pretty good move. We did draw the land, so what are we doing here? The bow doesn't really give us an attack. So let's just hold up the counter. Maybe play something good. So now we can just look to trade. Sure. It looks like he's probably going to play a big thing right now. From the looks of it. If he wants to clear the board, then Soul Salvage. Yeah, we can convolute. That's pretty good. Pretty happy about convoluting that, honestly. So now what can we do? I think we can just play the bow, because we can kill his next thing with the Fathom Fleet, so I don't want to just slam it here. We don't have a ton of removal in this deck, and it looks like he's playing a grindy game, so we want to be able to use as much of our value as possible. Here I'm going to play the Boreal Elemental. I'm not playing around a counterspell. I don't think he has one, because I think he was just planning on playing this. Oh, he's got murder though. Okay, that makes sense. Octo Prophet. So we probably want to just trade the Fang for the Octo Prophet. And we did get a Dread Presence. But I think we're still good just to trade the Sorcerer for the Octo Prophet. And the next turn, we'll be able to do 3 damage to something with the Dread Presence plus bow. I guess Dread Presence is pretty good with the bows. Let's just stack a little bit of damage. But let's see. Let us see. Vampire, that's a good one to get rid of with a bow. I don't know why you would play it here. I mean, I guess it doesn't really... Oh, no, that's why. Well, that's pretty good. So hopefully we just draw Swamp. Swamp would be a great draw. Otherwise, not sure. This guy has a very strong grindy deck. Grindy. So now I think we just wait. I don't think there's any reason to just trade right here. We want to get as much value as possible. And if we can use a cutthroat to deal damage, play the dread presence, deal damage to something. So now he's offering the trade. Do we take it? I don't think so, because again, he's gonna play this Octo Prophet, and then we'll attack with we'll play the dread presence, deal 2 damage, and then finish it off with some bows. So I don't think it's necessarily worth it. And I think I will just cycle the Blade Brand here, because the Blade Brand is not really doing anything. At this point, we really want to swamp this turn. And the Lynx. Ooh, so that's not good. So that gets rid of that plan. But we did draw our own Octo Prophet, which is good, and we want to keep swamps on top. We definitely don't want that. Do we want a sprite? Not really. I just really want swamps. I really want swamps. And we're good to trade. I mean, the sprite is okay because it lets us use our bows, but I don't mind taking 6 here if we get a free kill on this Lynx. Although I guess we would have got the free kill anyway with these Heart Piercer bows, so maybe that was wrong. But I don't know. So let's play the presence. And 2 damage to this. See, well, I guess it was good because now we're using the bows on this. Anyway, so are we willing to... I guess we're okay to race here. We're in a little bit better position because we have the bows and stuff. Because if we draw another swamp, then we can just kill this Octo Prophet. If it's like a blue, we can just bag it. So we're in a good position now. If he plays like Scholar, we'll be in bad spot. Well, that's a good one too. There goes our Dread Presence, or our Dread P. Dready P. So let's see what we get. We got the swamp, but now it's not relevant, so let's get rid of it. Let's click the right button this time. Yeah, that's not really what we want. So now I think we're just passing, looking to trade with their stuff, but trading with this deck is very bad. I mean, all their stuff is all just grindy stuff. So we do have a little card advantage because we have a bag. Or, well, that's a good one. That's a good one too. So he's got a lot of power in this deck, and he's definitely more grindy than we are because he has a lot of cards that like bring stuff back from the graveyard, etc. I'm gonna block here. I don't think he has anything. I think he just wants to draw a card. He's looking for an answer for the Boreal Elemental. Fenlurker. That's not a great draw for him. So let's bag away. Bag away. Come bag away with me. Now we attack. Deal the damage to the Fenlurker. He's gonna pump in response. But I mean, if he's using all his mana to keep this Fenlurker alive, we're probably fine in the long term. And then we'll play our Lynx, lock down his Fenlurker. So he's gonna have to use against 6 mana if he wants to keep this thing alive. So that means he probably is not playing anything. so he's not playing anything. So should we bag here? Yes. I don't think there's going to be anything better than the air elemental, and definitely that's not better. So look how good the bag is. It already just got rid of 3 cards, which is amazing. And then we just attack with both. And we'll play the air elemental, and we pretty much got him dead next turn. Okay, so now we want to make some sideboard changes. He's got a very grindy deck. The counterspell was very good there. The Convolute is better against him because let's say he plays a Soul Salvage, then he wants to play something else that he got off the Soul Salvage, will be able to Convolute. So he has a lot of ways to use his mana, which makes the Convolute better. So I think we're going to keep that in, even though we are on the draw. But we are going to be a bit behind in theory. So we're not going to be able really to hold up mana. But what do we have? Maybe a Fortress Crab instead? I think it's okay to keep the Convolute. It's not a great card. It's better on the play, obviously, but it's not a dead... Like, usually the argument against the Convolute is that it's a dead card in the late game. But against this opponent, it's not a dead card because he's gonna be using a lot of mana between Soul Salvage, Blood for Bones, etc. And he probably has like Skeleton and stuff, so it's like he's gonna be using his mana a lot. And that's I think I made a mistake. I think I should have played the Swamp first. That way I could have played the Fenlurker. Because I would have wanted to play the Fenlurker here because I don't want to really trade Moat Piranha for Vampire. So that's a bit of a misplay on my part. Now, what do we got? So now we'll just play the Fenlurker, right? Yeah. I don't mind just trading Fenlurker for Vampire, it's fine. Or we could look to get it back with the Wave Crasher. No attacks at all, that's great. So land, let's just play Wave Crasher, get back the Fenlurker. So we have already got a lot of value so far. Bloodthirsty Aerialist is a good one. Now he gets to attack with that, so no blocks. So now we're gonna have to kill that Bloodthirsty Aerialist with the Heart Piercer bow combo. So let's first snag a card out of his hand. And then play the bow. Well, he has a lot of lands. And I'm not super scared about this. So this probably can even attack because either he's going to trade the Bloodthirsty Aerialist or 2 of these guys. So I'm pretty happy with that. And he doesn't have an attack on the way back. So I guess we could have even attacked first. And now we're good to just trade right here. We're not going to have mana to pump the Fenlurker anyway, and we got some value out of it, so it's a good trade for us. A Boneclad Necromancer, that's fine. So now, now I think we play Dread Presence. Maybe now we actually play Sorcerer of the Fang and equip the bow to it. That way next turn we can just kind of trade Sorcerer of the Fang for the Bloodthirsty Aerialist. It's not pretty, but I mean, I don't want to play the Dread Presence now. It's not doing anything. The Fathom Fleet, we don't want to play now because we need to kill this flyer with it. Our flyer does not block that anymore. So we're taking the 4. If we get, we don't even need a land. We did get the land though, so I still do want to take out this flyer as soon as possible. So I am willing to throw away our Sorcerer of the Fang in order to do so. And then we'll play the Cutthroat. Get rid of this flyer here. And then we can play land and attach it to this Fathom Fleet. I mean, neither of these are attacking though anytime soon, but in any case, if we draw Swamp, I'm going to play the Dread Presence. I'm going to take out this Sprite. Or we could even take out this Boneclad Necromancer. So if we had played on the Wave Crasher, I think it was better to play on the Wave Crasher, but we can move it now. So let's get rid of this Sprite. And then we can move this to the Wave Crasher. Now we can attack with the Wave Crasher, deal 1 damage to this, and if he wants to double block, then it's a 2-for-1 for us. So we'll be happy about that. And he doesn't have any attacks on the way back, so it's pretty good. Attacks with a 3/3. Don't mind this trade. I guess he has Soul Salvage though. Now what do we want to do? We're playing probably Abomination or a flyer. I think it's better to play a flyer, although maybe not. Abominations just is going to take over this board pretty easy. And again, if he wants to block, double block, we're okay with that. We couldn't attack with the Fathom Fleet yet, because if he would double block that with, like, let's say Audacious Thief and a zombie, like, it would just be a trade down for us, which is not something we really want. And he does take that trade, so it's okay. Although if he had a Soul Salvage, he probably would want to put that Audacious Thief in the yard, but not too sure. So either we can play the Abomination or the Air Elemental. Maybe Air Elemental is just better. We're going to be able to equip the Hard Piercer bow to it anyway. Like, the Feral Abomination is fine, but it's a better blocker because nothing really can get past it without dying. It'll trade for anything, obviously, because it has Death Touch. But it's a close one. Bone Splinters, okay, that's fine. Maybe now he has a Soul Salvage. He does not. So we want to... do we want to draw a card? Or do we want to ping him 2 damage? Maybe it's better just to draw a card. Now we can play... well, we can't really play both though. So we're gonna attack anyway. We'll play this Abomination. And we'll play this on here. And again, we didn't do 2 damage to him because we're gonna win next turn in any case if he doesn't have anything. So it's better just to draw a card. Like, maybe we need some, like, I don't know, removal or something. I don't know. But yeah. All right, there we go. Pretty good. And we're doing okay. We're 3-1 so far. Let's roll. Let's get in another one here, baby. Come on, baby.
I thought I answered. The answer is, what is more? And when?
So, we're on a roll here so far. We only lost that one game to that multicolored deck. We'll keep that. Again, Fathom Fleet plus Bow has been doing some work for us. I mean, it doesn't always work out. A lot of times we've just been trading our Sorcerer of the Fang in order to get in with the Bow. But it hasn't been too awful. Now we'll just play the Bow. I guess it might have been better to play the island. No, not really. We want to keep swamps in hand for the presence is the point. Look at that fancy land, man. Flat line. He's got all the nice lands. Look at that thing. Beautiful. I think digital. Is this also the full art? Wow, this guy's decked the fuck out, man. Jeez. Anyway, the the full art lands in paper are way nicer than these digital full art lands. They're just because when you look at them, they all look full art. I mean, they don't have any text or anything on the bottom, but this guy is, woo, he's decked out, baby. Whoa. Said Scorpion? Does that mean he has +3/+3? I guess we're gonna find out. I mean, he must have Growth Cycle here. He has to. They're basically trading Audacious Thief for Growth Cycle. Brineborn Cutthroat? Okay. That's fine. I don't care. What was that? What was that about? Well, still not doing too much, so let's attack first, and then we'll be able to play the Boreal. Does he have a counter spell here? What the? Okay, there's a Boreal. So now we can equip the Boreal with this and come in for, well, we're just equipping the Boreal. We'll play the Fathom Fleet and the bag. We don't even have to kill that, but I think it's okay just to kill it. I guess technically we could have played this bow as well. I don't know. I think it's good enough to kill that Boreal Elemental. We're looking in a pretty good spot. So that, well, now we can just lynx that. So, yeah. Well, don't tap me out of blue. Okay. Don't tap me out of blue, but that's all right. Metropolis Sprite. So now we'll play the Scuttlemutt. And our 3-power creatures can attack. We'll have double bow. Well, never mind about that plan. Our 3-power creature, our Boreal Elemental can attack, and it will trade. So how much mana do we have? We need 3 for this. We don't have enough. Well, actually, wait, we have this as well. So 7. So 7. Yeah, we're still 1 off. I think we want to try to get in some damage here, because if we don't, there's going to be this spider in the way next time. So I think we want to just attack here. If he wants to make the trade, he can make the trade, but it's not great. Maybe it was better to bag first. Definitely was better to bag first, but so he will make the trade though. Kind of makes sense. Now, I will use the bag. Don't want that one. Get rid of this land. Play the sprite. Now, we are getting stopped by the spider, but the Fathom fleet can take out the spider. Well, he has another flyer. So, we're kind of in a stalemate here. So, Druid Presence is good. And we have enough, so we want to bag first. And we have a Fenlurker. Fenlurker is good because it can take the last card out of his hand. Maybe we ditch the Dread Presence? Is that crazy? Huh. I don't know. I don't know what was correct there. If he ever holds a card again, maybe we can use that, but we really want to play this Boreal. So what options do we have? Oh, that's good. That's very good. Very, very, very good. So that means we can kill the spider. Right? So we can Wave Crasher. Wave Crasher. Bring back the Fathom fleet. And the next turn, we'll be able to attack with the Audacious Thief, draw a card, and take out whatever we want, essentially. I think it's best to take out the spider. Because the spider is really stopping us at this point. I mean, we could take out the Boreal as well. I don't know. We'll see. We can also attack with the Wave Crasher. Okay, so now we'll just send the Thief. Although, I think maybe... Well, let's see. If we're going to draw... Well, okay. I think maybe it's worth it for us to do damage to this Boreal Elemental, because if we draw a Swamp, we can just use the Dread Presence to kill finish off the Elemental. Or we can just use the Fathom Fleet. But either way, I think it's probably fine. We have a good chance to draw a Swamp right now. Maybe it was better to bag first. Well, he has a Growth Cycle. I don't know how relevant that is, though, because we can still use the Fathom Fleet on it. We didn't draw the Swamp anyway, so... Sure. I think we can bag. Draw a card, discard a card. Still, the Swamp doesn't really change anything. We're just going to take out this Boreal right now. And then next turn, what we can do is equip this Boreal Elemental and then kill this, attack with that, and he doesn't really have a block there. And then we can finish it off with the Dread Presence. So we're in good shape. Does that mean we should be attacking with the Wave Crasher as well? not really, because that's not a great trade for us. So let's go with like this. Let's go like this. Attack with the Boreal, kill the Sprite. And then we'll finish off the Spider. Does that mean we'll talk about this? Nah. So, 1 damage. 1 damage. And now he probably just blocks with the Spider, and then we'll play the Presence. Sure. Does he have Growth Cycle? Feral Invocation? Well, that's not great. Since now we can't do that Presence play that I was talking about. So now I guess it's better just to bag, because we don't really want to play the Presence now, because it doesn't. I mean, we can, but it doesn't really solve the problem. Sorcerer is probably good enough. We can use the Sorcerer and the Presence to just finish him off in a couple turns. So let's play that, and we can equip this to this, I guess. And now he has a huge blocker, but we're gonna be able to finish him off pretty fast using Presence in the Fang. Let's look at this guy's deck so far. There's some good cards here. Woodland Champ. Okay, that's good. Good. So now we will play the Presence. Just shoot him for 2. And then we're gonna win in a couple turns if he doesn't have anything. Sure. Now, oh, I guess we should bag as well. Blade Brand. Now I guess we can attack with this Sprite, right? Because we took out everything, right? Right? Yeah, just attack with everything. It's dead. Okay. Game 2 here. So he had some green stuff, so we probably want to bring this Aether Gust. What was particularly bad in this matchup? Maybe Convolute can go out, because Convolute is worse on the draw. Let's see what the opponent is up to here. Looks like a good hand. Got a 2-drop and a bunch of late game cards, but that will be okay. Doesn't play anything. Keep swamps in hand for the Dread Presence. A no value Overgrowth Elemental. That's okay. So, well, do we want to cycle Blade Brand? I'm not sure. I think it's better to keep the option open. We already have 1 swamp for the Dread Presence, so I think we might want to cycle if, depending on what he plays. I'll just take 3 here. Maybe it's actually better to hang back with the Sprite. That was a mistake. I think that was definitely a mistake. We should have not Should definitely not have attacked. Now we won't make the same mistake twice. And now we will pass. Because we're trading 2 damage for 3 damage, and the Overgrowth Elemental in general is just a way better card. I didn't see, I don't know, I don't remember what elementals he has, but look at that elemental. No flavor text. Skill, imagination, smarts. None of it matters unless you have the nerve to use it. So now, yeah, well, Mammoth Spider. Should have kept that Blade Brand, huh? Should have, could have, would have. But we got this Audacious Thief, so we're good to attack. Hopefully blocks with the Mammoth Spider. Probably will. Finish it off. Maybe it's okay to attack with this Sprite, but we don't really want to trade Cutthroat for Overgrowth when we can trade Sprite for Overgrowth, so it's close. Vorst Claw, that's a big boy. We're gonna have to trade with the Feral Abomination for that one. Heart Piercer Bow, so 6, so we're gonna attack here with our Metropolis Sprite, play down the Feral Abomination, and we'll trade our 6/6, our 6-drop for his 6-drop rather. And there's a giant, a howling giant. So double bow doesn't let us do a whole lot. Can attack with this, but not really. So let's just play our Air Elemental here. We can trade Air Elemental for the giant next turn when we play the bow. And it's probably takes that trade, and then we'll follow it up with a Boreal Elemental. Thicket Crasher, that's fine. Gives his dude trample, but we're still happy to trade it. So we drew the land, so that means we don't have quite enough for Boreal Elemental plus bows, but I think that it's okay just to do this, try to make this trade, because natural end, sure. Well, we have another one, so that's okay. And then we're good to attack here. Do 1 damage to the reach creature. He probably takes this trade. I don't see how he doesn't. Unless he just wants to race. Which is honestly an option for him, but we have some good blocks on the ground. Rightward Tracker doesn't do a whole lot. Feral Abomination blocks the Thicket Crasher, so if he wants to attack this turn, he's attacking only with the 7/7, and no attacks at all. Very strange. Okay, so we're gonna offer the same trade once more. I can't imagine he doesn't take this trade. Oh, well, that's bad. That's not great, but we still have some good draws. He's gonna be drawing cards with this Brightwood tracker now as well. Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh. This Howling Giant is putting in the work. And we'll just play this Boreal. We can't attack anymore. So it's not great. Not great at all. Too quick to cycle this Blade Brand, honestly. Against green decks, we gotta keep it more often. I think I made that mistake too many times. But we'll see how this game goes. We will have a game 3 if we lose. And our position here is not amazing. It's not too bad. I mean, we're not under really any pressure quite yet. But if he gets rid of this Feral Abomination with like a Rabid Bite or something, we're going to be in a little bit of trouble. And he is going to he's going to see 2 cards now with the Scry, so he's going to be able to filter quite nicely. He also got a land out, so he only has 8, so he probably has 11 lands, so it's like 50 lands. He's going to probably put 1 at the bottom, keep 1 on top, or 2 at the bottom. So he's going to be drawing. His draws are better than our draws at this point. And Audacious Thief doesn't do a whole lot. I'm going to play it, probably going to cycle it. Just attack with it next turn. Because I don't know what we're even looking for, though, at this point. We probably lost the game. I mean, we need to get rid of this Howling Giant. Do we have a way to do so? We have another bow. We have Dread Presence. Another bow will give us the ability to get past the giant, but we're not looking great on board as it is. So let's attack with the Thief. We got a Dread Presence. Dread Presence does allow us to trade for something, this Howling Giant. So maybe we just keep that in hand. I don't think we're quite dead yet. He will have some sort of alpha soon, though. We are at 15 life, so that's okay. But next turn, we're going to attack with Boreals. If we draw a swamp, we have how many swamps left? Only 3? Or 4? So not a whole lot of swamps left in this deck. So the Dread Presence isn't fantastic. And he has a saddle, which is pretty bad, honestly. You could put that on the Vorse Claw, and it's going to be... We could even put that on the Thicket Crasher, and that would be really bad for us. Although that is good for us. So now what we can do is we can attack with the Boreal and take out any one of his cards. Who's decking first? We are. That's quite far away. The card I'm most scared of is the Vorse Claw. I don't know. What card do we kill? What do we kill? We're trading Boreal Elemental for something. If we kill the Vorse Claw, the Overgrowth Elemental will grow. So that's not great. I'm not sure. Maybe it's better definitely to put something on the... So trade Sprite for something. So we could trade Sprite for like Vorse Claw or something. Trade Sprite for Vorse Claw. Or Sprite for Howling Giant. Although I don't really think we can start attacking because his board is ginormous at this point. So maybe we just move this here and just take out the Vorse Claw. I don't know how we win this game. And he didn't do anything, so that's pretty good. Bring back the Fathom Fleet. Play the Fathom Fleet. Where is he moving the saddle to? And he has a lot of card advantage with this Brightwood Tracker. So maybe he is actually decking first, so maybe we're just trying to wait out. Maybe we're just trying to deck him this game. It is possible, since we're going to have the Dread Presence coming down, and the Dread Presence deals with his stuff. Although I did not see that. Yeah, that's pretty bad, actually. So it's now we're red or green, huh? Red or green. So we can send the Howling Giant back to his deck, but then he's gonna have even more 2/2s. So that's not amazing. We don't really. I don't know how we win this game. That's really the problem here. I'm not sure. Now we have to deal with his Boreal Elemental. How can we win the Boreal? I don't know. I do not know. We can send the Wolf Rider saddle back. It's gonna give him another 2/2, but it doesn't really solve the problem because he's going to be able to play another one. How many cards do you have? 15. And if we put one back, it's going to grow this. I don't know. We're not in a good spot. Another Boreal. And it's our turn. Wu Yangling as well, huh?
Even a typhoon begins with a single raindrop.
Yeah, so I don't think we're winning this game anytime soon. Definitely not with another island. This deck is very powerful. Very, very, very powerful. We could take out the Mu Yangling, but with this Aether Gust, but then what? Then what? Like, he's just gonna play that again, and it's like I don't know what to do. I think we just lose. I think we just lose this game. I'm not sure where. This deck is overall power level is very high. Very, very high.
I see beauty in the ordinary.
And now we can just, yeah, we're taking 4, like. I'm not even going to show him this. I'm just going to take the damage. And pass it back to, like, I don't know. Yeah, we just got to outvalue this game. His board got too big. But that's okay. We have... Alright. Now, we just lose. Okay, so... This guy's very powerful. Very strong late game. The Brightwood Tracker, the Howling Giant. We got rid of that Blade Brand too quickly. So that's not good. I think we gotta remember to hold on to that. Maybe the Convolute is good in this matchup, since we'll be able to get rid of one of his big cards, like the Howling Giant or like a Spider. So I think we want Convolute. What do we take out for it? Maybe the Octoprophet, it's kind of weak. We could also take out another Sorcerer of the Fang, which also is kind of weak. Doesn't really do a whole lot. And Aether Gust plus Convolute is a pretty good combo. But yeah, let's see if we can beat this guy. If we can beat Flat Line. Let's see if we can flatline, as it were. Let me see you P. You know what I'm talking about? I cup. Let's play first. And yuck. Sand is pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Sand is even worse. Oh no. One land on the play. Maybe I shouldn't have kept this. Terrible. We just need lands. Give me a land, please. Oh god. I guess we just lose. Nah, man, that's really too bad. I guess I should have mulliganed this. Maybe kept the first one. That's a pretty sad way to go. Yeah. That's so lame. So lame. Man. Oh man. I got too greedy, I guess. Got too freaking greedy. I don't think we can play our way out of this one, folks. And I think our run will end here. But we're going to play the game out. We're going to see how we do. If we get blue for links, maybe we're okay. But we're getting beat down pretty hard, people. We're getting beat down pretty hard. That's bad. That is really bad. Ouch. What a way to go. A bad hand, and it's not a game of Magic. We're taking 7 here. And Divorce Claw with the Trample, we're just dead. Good game, man. Good game. And that, folks, is how to play Magic the Gathering. That was an unfortunate way to end up this run, but we did get our money back, so that's worth it. We went 3-2 with a pretty unfortunate ending, but this deck wasn't the best deck ever. It was a decent deck. Let's open our prize packs. And yeah, that's it. All right, that will conclude today's presentation. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Go check out Freak. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything at all, please let me know. And that is it. Ta-ta for now.